What's up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze. Today we are back with another Dokkan battle video. Today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you're having a very good day today. And today we have here the upcoming Super Battle stage, Join Forces, which is stage number 52. And this one here is actually pretty simple in my opinion. Join Forces is a very strong category, especially on the 70th anniversary on the JP side, because of course we have here the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, as well as the Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta, which are providing the 200% leader skill, right? So again, if you actually have some trouble actually beating this event, don't worry. Later on, when you actually get to the 70th anniversary, this will be very simple. So as you guys can see here, we actually have a breakdown of the stage, of how it's presented, where we have a total of actually 9 enemies, where the first stage is going to be here 3 enemies, stage number 2 is going to be 2 enemies, and then stage number 3 is going to be 4 enemies. And now it's actually pretty good is that if you actually do notice that there is going to be a pure Saiyan unit on each of the stages here, especially the last stage where you are filled with basically just pure Saiyans, right? So that is going to be very good because certain characters are actually really good against pure Saiyans. Now if we actually take a look here at Join Forces, Join Forces, like I said before, is a very strong category. I think the weakest one I probably would say is going to be the Goku and sorry, not the Goku, but the Frieza and 17 here. They're probably going to be your worst, I mean, I wouldn't say the worst unit, but the worst LR to bring. And the reason why is because they're not actually that impressive. I probably would say you better actually run here the Goku and Vegeta as your leader, just because they're much more easier to use compared to these guys, right? Because if we take a look here at Golden Frieza and 17, their links are very wonky. Their leader skill here is going to be here, of course, the Universal Survival Saga or Join Forces. Key +3, HP attack and defense 150 across the board. You can see here down their 12 key super. They greatly increase attack for 1 turn, so they basically do nothing under 12 key super. And then under 18 key super, they do mega colossal damage to the enemy, and that's where they lower the attack and defense of the enemy. So this is actually really good, but getting 18 key super with these characters isn't really the greatest. Attack and defense plus 70%, great chance of launching additional attack up to 2. Plus additional attack and defense plus 7% up to 70%, and key +1 up to key +7 with each attack perform. Perform a critical hit, plus 7% chance to crit, and reduce damage received by 7% within the same turn with each attack performed. So again, these guys aren't really the greatest. Their active skill is really good, but it's not very common to activate, because in order to actually get, you to have here 4 super attacks. And in Super Battle, you're usually going to like turn maximum 5 or turn 6, right? And unless you're rocking a Rainbow 17 and Frieza, then you're most likely not gonna get this active skill, right? But again, their links is what really hurts them, is that they have Tough as Nails, they have your Brainiac, Solid Support, Shocking Speed. I mean, these are good links, but just not the very optimal to have like a very good character, right? But regardless, I probably would not recommend you bring these characters, but you can still bring them if you have no choice, because of course there's going to be a leader here, which is 150 across the board for Join Forces. We also have here, of course, the LR Goku and Vegeta Blue. These guys are really good. And especially that we have a lot of characters that actually have Rainbow Orb changing now in the Join Forces. These guys are to be really good here. So they're going to be the leader for the All Out Struggle or Join Forces. Key +3, HP attack and defense 150 across the board. They are going to be a nuking unit, so the more orbs you give them, the higher their attack and defense. Also, depending on how many rainbow keyframes that you actually give them, they will give you up to 3 attacks, and then you can actually potentially do a 12 key super. Now under 12 key super, they actually lower attack, and under 18 key super, they actually lower attack as well. So this is why I would rather prefer you use this character over 17 and Golden Frieza, just because on the 12 key super, you can actually get here to lower the enemy's attack, and they also raise defense as well, so they greatly raise defense, so that's actually really good here. They also have this really good active skill, which is definitely meant for Super Battle Road, or even for long runs as well, because as long as your HP is below 50%, you can actually use this active skill, which is pretty broken, but you do have to use it as your last resort. And the reason why is because you do lose defense minus 50% for 1 turn, so it is kind of your last resort if you are in a pinch here. But it does provide you key +24, attack plus 70%, and then you get a full 24 key super. So again, these guys are gonna be really good here. Again, as you guys saw here from the stage, we do have your pure Saiyans on as an enemy. So characters like LR, Kel, and Khalifa are actually be really good here. And the reason why is because, as you guys know, they're really super effective against Universal Survival Saga and pure Saiyans as well, right? So you can see here that whatchamacallit here, under passive here, launch additional super attack when there's a Universal Survival Saga or Pure Saiyans category enemy. So as you guys saw here in the last stage, you are facing here Universal Survival Saga enemies, and stage 2 and 3 you are also facing here Pure Saiyans. So these girls are going to be really good as long as they get off 3 super attacks, which will be very common because again, because there's a Pure Saiyans, you are doing a guaranteed additional super attack. These girls should be tanky pretty well, right? They're really good. They have a good chance of dodging. They stack defense, and again, each time you do actually attack, they will actually increase their chance of dodging by 6%, I believe here, right? 6%, yeah, up to 66% for both attack and defense. So again, these girls are really good, so I definitely recommend you actually bring them. Another character here you want to bring here as well. Now, I'm not going to go over every single character just because there's like a ton of characters, but you do actually have here the free-to-play androids. Now, these guys or girls or twins, whatever you want to call them, right? They're actually really good with their EZA. They're free-to-play, so a lot of people should have these characters right here. On their 12 key super, they do lower attack, and on the 18 key super, they also lower attack, so really good for Super Battle Road. They're also very self-sufficient with key and support as well for extreme class allies here because they do provide your key +4 and defense +50%. So again, these guys or this unit here is actually really good. I definitely would recommend them as well. Now we actually go back here as well. Let's actually take a look at the other characters on Joined Forces. For AGL, I would like to use LR Krillin Gohan. They're actually a very good looking partner with the LR Broly Chilai Lemo. And they're also very self-sufficient as well, right? So their passive here is going to be, of course, your attack and defense 130, a medium chance of an invading enemy's attack, including super attack. Now, this is only a 30% chance, not the highest, not the most reliable dodge, but it's still a very good thing to have here as well, right? Because you could always have it in a pinch. It's almost having like a level, it's like almost like having a free level 3 dodge, right? If you don't really like to put that into your hidden potential system, this is basically what it is right here, right? They also get here additional key +1 per keystone obtained, so they get that beautiful Vegeta mechanic as well. Plus additional attack +50% when performing a super attack. Launch additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when key is 24. And of course, you can actually change into a battle suit. No, once the conditions are met, which I believe is like 3 or 4 super attacks. Yeah, 4 super attacks, right? Then you actually switch into their battle suit. They actually have a very good active skill as well, which you could activate twice per battle. Where basically they give themselves 24 keys starting from the 3rd turn, right? This is actually really good. This is actually could come in a very good pinch here, especially in Super Battle, where turn 3 is most likely going to be something that's going to happen here, right? So, key +24 gives them a high chance to also do additional super attack. They can also triple super as well if you want full additional on these characters. So, Krillin and Gohan are actually really good. They're kind of a good Slamming character, just because they do have a medium chance of dodging. But these guys are super good. The links aren't the worst. They actually link up pretty well with characters that are part of the Kamehameha category, because most of the characters that have Kamehameha do have your Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Kamehameha, and I think Shocking Speed here for most of like the Goku characters, right? So, I mean, they're not the worst option, they're not the best option, but they're still a really good option in my opinion, right? So these guys are definitely good. As far as the tech type here, you do have here the Goku and Vegeta, Angel Goku and Vegeta. They're really good as well. Their leader skill, of course, is going to be here the Time Limit or Connected Hope. Key +3, HP 130, and attack and defense 170. Not much really to talk about. They are a Rainbow Orb change. They have a 50% chance to change orbs here, which, you know, is better than nothing, right? But these guys here, if you actually pair them up with the SR Vegito, they can look very deadly because they do share 7 out of 7 links together as well. They can triple super as well, so these guys are pretty much really good, and they're actually much more better defensively compared to Vegito. And they also have that beautiful 30% damage reduction here as well, right? So these guys are really good. Not much really to talk about, but you could potentially get to turn 4 and actually use their active skill, because I don't think you'll be taking too much damage in this event here. As far as the other characters, you can also bring here the LR Goku and Frieza here. And the reason why is because they're still rocking here on Global, which is the most powerful leader skill, is the Reptile Universe 7, 177 across the board. And also there's a lot of good free-to-play characters as well who are part of this category. So if you're not a big-time whale, and you're more free-to-play, but you do have these characters, you can definitely use them as a leader, because Reptile Universe 7 has a lot of free-to-play characters who are also part of Joined Forces, right? So these guys are really good. Not just slot 1 character for sure, but a slot 2. And you want to make sure that you get their 12 key super, right? Because their 12 key super, I'm sorry, their 18 key super, sorry, right? Does actually raise their defense, but it also gives them the lion's share of their defense as well. They do lower attack on their 12 key super and their 18 key super as well. And all really takes about to actually get this additional attack plus 77% is that if the enemy's attack down, defense down, stun, or sealed. But if you guys take a look at their links here, I believe solid support actually lowers the enemy's defense by 20%. So just by having this link activated, you are going to basically get their extra attack by 77%. So you can basically nuke them in one shot. So these guys are really good, but not just slot 1 characters. Any other characters we can see here on the tech version? I'm pretty sure that's about it. Goku, Black, and Zamasu definitely do not bring them because they need an easy. Right now, they haven't aged very good with their defense. And one super attack can definitely get you killed with these guys. So make sure, if that's all you have, then sure, I guess. But I would not recommend LR Goku, Black, or Zamasu. The Gold Bros are still pretty good. I would still use them as well. They do take a while to build up, but they're still really good. You also have here, of course, the you also have here the 3rd anniversary LRs. You have Goku and Piccolo. I don't think they're worth it, in my opinion, just because they're really meant for long events, and you could struggle for key. You do have here the reps of Universe 7 as well. Team Universe 7 to be specific. These are actually pretty good as well. Their dealer skills will be here: reps of Universe 7, key plus 4, HP attack and defense 150, or the N-type key plus 4, HP attack and defense 100%. They're really good defensively. Their passive here is attack and defense plus 70%, plus additional attack and defense plus 70% when there are 5 or more reps in Universe 7 category allies on the team, plus additional attack plus 70% when key is 22% or more, plus additional key plus 2 per rainbow key sphere obtained, chance of performing a critical hit plus 7% per key sphere obtained. So again, this character is actually really good. He's only just really limited to reps in Universe 7, but again, reps in Universe 7 is a pretty good roster, so again, you can rock him as a leader as well. Just because you do have your free-to-play characters, right? So, his active skill is actually pretty good. But the condition is actually pretty bad here, so I would say that in order to use it, you can see it says it can only be activated when facing only one enemy whose HP is 50% or less if there are 5 or more reps in Universe 7. Category allies on a team with 2 or more of them. Let me see here. Oh, sorry, or 2 or more of them, right? So basically, again, their active skill is not really the best, but you could use it if you're rocking a full Wrestling Universe 7 team here. So again, not the worst option. He's actually pretty good defensively, but it is what it is. You had the 3-year anniversary LRs. They're really not the greatest right now, but they're still pretty good later on. As far as STR, the SR roster is actually really good. The only characters I probably would not recommend is going to be Beerus, Whis, and also the Frieza and King Cole here as well, because they're just not that great right now. But Tapia and Monosha, they're fantastic. They're a leader for the Storied Figures and Siblings Bond. They're also support type leader for both those categories, so they're both really good. And they both have damage reduction after each super attack. So, Tapia and Monosha, they're really good in my opinion. SCR, Goku, and Vegeta, there's no debate. They're just the same thing as the Tech, Goku, and Vegeta as well. So again, once you have these two guys on the same rotation, they're going to share 7 out of 7 links, which makes them the ideal partner. Trunks and Mai, they could work out, but they're really meant for the future Saga Super Battle, so I really recommend them as well. LR Hit and Goku are actually really good, and actually you can even rock them as a double leader as well, because they are a leader for the Universal Survival Saga, which is Key Plus 4, HP Attack and Defense 150, or the new category, which is the Accelerated Battle, right? These guys are just so insane. They do so much damage, and they're also a very good floater as well, right? Their passive here is to be Attack and Defense 170, Key plus 6, plus additional Attack and Defense plus 60%. Attacks guaranteed hit, disables enemy guard, and a high chance of evading enemy's attack, including super attack, as the first or second attacker. Now, do keep in mind that they do have to super attack first for them to actually get this high chance of dodge. So they're more better as a slot 2 character if you are kind of relying on their dodge here, right? Plus additional attack plus 70% when attacking, and key plus 7, and launch additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super attack as the third attacker in a turn. So these guys also have the potential to do a triple super attack if you do put them in slot number 3, right? So again, these guys are really good floaters. And honestly, these guys are just really crazy here, right? We have a lot of characters actually for joint forces. Holy moly, Jesus! All right, so we're gonna take about like probably 3 or 4 more characters just because like there's just so many good characters. As far as the physical side here, again, we want to use here, of course, the Goku and Vegeta. The free-to-play LR Great Saiyaman 1 and 2 are actually really good as well. They're very good for sealing and also support type for Superclass. So again, if you are running like a Majin Buu category saga, you can definitely bring these guys right here. As far as for extreme physical, I would probably say that your best bets are going to be here the LR Cell, the Androids, and also the Broly, Chilai, Lemo. A lot of people don't really acknowledge Cell, but Cell's actually really good here. Now, fortunately, in Joint Forces, there's no other Cells, so his links will suffer, but you do have the Androids from Dr. Zero and 19 that will definitely help him out because they are a support type unit as well. So, you know, LR Cell is actually pretty good. Broly, Chilai, Lemo, if you, as long as you get them 7 key spheres, they're actually pretty broken. And of course here you have the LR Androids as well, which you could use as a leader here because there's enough Android units to actually make a joint forces, right? So that's going to be it for the LRs. As far as the TURs, I would say here Goten and Trunks here are pretty good as a floater or also as a support type unit as well for Goku and Vegeta's family. As far as... Oh, what happened here? My thing just closed. Are you kidding me? Alright, that was interesting. That never happened before. Alright, so as joint forces, we were right here with Goten and Trunks from GT. They're pretty good support type unit. We also have here, of course, the Kel and Khalifa. They're also really good as well. They're also a leader for the bonds, friendship, and as well as the rapid growth. So, of course, you can rock here the rotation of Broly, Chilai, Lemo with Krillin and Gohan if you wanted to. You also have here the Tech Androids as well, Dokkan Fest. I mean, there's really no introductions. They're going to be really good, especially with their nullification. Any other characters here as well. Again, we have some free-to-play characters for the rest of Universe 7. Free-to-play Goten is actually really good. I would definitely recommend you bring him here just because he does have a 50% chance to stun the enemy. Also, as well, is a Rainbow Orb Changer and also heals up, so he's actually pretty broken. Also, of course, here you have your Dr. Zero and 19, who are also really good. They have nullification, they heal on super attack. So again, these guys are pretty good here. And that should be about it. I think I covered most of these characters here as well. You also actually have here as well the free-to-play 18 and Android 8 as well, which also fall underneath the category for Androids. And they're actually really impressive in Super Battle. Shout out to the Mass Negan. He actually used them in Extreme Super Battle. And it's actually pretty shocked how well they actually perform here. So they should be really good here in this mode. You also have here, of course, these Zamasu Gowasu, who are actually pretty good. And then you have your Gotenks and Trunks, who are not really the greatest, so I probably would not recommend them. But Gowasu and Zamasu do have a 50% chance to dodge, as well as see the opponent for 2 turns. So that's actually pretty good here, right? So that's going to be it for the character cards breakdown. And now let's actually move on to the team building guide here. Alright, so we are here on part 2 for, of course, the actual team building guide. Just to show you guys some team builds you can actually rock here. So again, we are using here the Dokkan Battle Optimizer. And of course, we're going to go here for the Join Forces, right? So let's actually go right about here. And then we have your Join Forces just like this here. So, of course, I'm going to start off with my recommendation here. And this will be my team build to try and actually do the no item run. So, I'm actually going to go ahead and actually use here the LR Goku and Vegeta. This because they are part of the All Out Struggle slash the Join Forces, right? By doing so, I'm actually going to bring here also the LR Goku and Hit. Just because they're also really good here. Also, I do want to mention here, this is also based what I have in my box as well. So, do keep that in mind. Now, as far as the other characters as well, is we probably really heavy on LRs. And I'm definitely bringing here the LR Goku and Vegeta because the good thing about the Join Forces, when you are bringing these units here, they both have damage reduction by 30%, which means that you could actually put them in slot number 1, and they could tank here pretty well, right? So that's to be right about there. And then, of course, for my second rotation here, I'm actually going to go ahead and bring here the Androids as well here. So the Androids are actually pretty good. You don't really need them, but I mean, I do like them because they do have that nullification, and they also seal for 2 turns on their super attack, which is actually pretty nice. And of course, yeah, I also want to bring here the Gotenks for to play Gotenks. You could also bring here Dr. Zero if you do actually have them. Dr. Zero and 19, just like this here. and then you can bring here another Goku and Vegeta if you want to, right? But fortunately, I don't have these characters, and I could not pull them anyway because they're just very difficult. But now you can see that the links are pretty good. Your main rotation you actually want to go with is something like this here, and you're pretty much set to go, right? These guys share 7 out of 7 links together. They share 4. They heal up here as well. Like, life is pretty good, I would say, right? And the reason why you also want to bring here Android 17 and Android 18 is because they're actually a pretty good slot 1 character as well, since they do have that nullification on super attacks. So that is something that you could work with here as well. If you don't have Dr. Zero or Android 19 like I do, what I did is I actually replaced him with the Gotenks here. If I can find them. So Gotenks should be right about... Where's Gotenks? He's not part of Joint Forces? There he is. So just like this here. And that's going to be basically my rotation, right? Because these androids are also creating orbs by themselves, so they're not really going to be needing the orbs. And then this is probably going to be my second rotation, right? So again, these guys are very self-sufficient with Ki. They're also very self-sufficient with Ki as well. And then these guys can be carrying the Rainbow Orb Ki Sphere, which will help out, of course, the Goku and Vegeta. So that's going to be my team in order to actually try and know how to run this for the Joint Forces, right? So that's going to be one team build. Another team build you can actually rock here as well is that you can actually rock here a double LR hit in Goku. That's actually really good because, again, they're part of the Universal Survival Saga, right? So by doing so, you can actually bring here 17, Goku and Vegeta. I can also bring here as well, if I can find them, the LR, Goku, and Frieza, which should be around about here. There we go. And now also you have your LR, Kel, and Khalifa as well, just like this. And of course, if you want to, you can also bring here the Dokkan Fest, Kel, and Khalifa, right? Now, they do have a heal as well, which is pretty good. But, I mean, you do have to wait till turn 6, which is not very common in Super Battle. Now, if this was Extreme Super Battle, you can actually get away with this. But, I mean, you're not really going to see it happen, right? So, this is another team build you can actually rock with if you wanted to. Just because, again, all these characters are part of the Universal Survival Saga. Your main rotation is probably something like this here. And then you want an LR hitting Goku probably in the front. So this is what I was saying, is that there's really like not that many characters who are actually good in slot number 1. But what you could do is that you can actually replace your Golden Frieza and 17, which I'm not a big fan of. And you can actually replace them with the Goku and Vegeta. And the reason why is because they are part of the accelerated battle. So they will fall underneath the leadership for Hit and Goku. And now you can actually put them in slot number 1 because of the damage reduction. And you can see here that they actually link pretty well because they share 4 links with Goku and Frieza. They share Experienced Fighters, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power, Shock and Speed. Or you can put here Hit and Goku, who also share 4 links together with them as well. So this is actually pretty good here, right? And of course here you have your Kel Khalifa, just in case for your emergency heal. Or you also have your Vegeta as well, turn 4 when your HP is below 70%, which could happen. And then you also have the Scouter effect as well. So that's another strong team build you could actually rock with. What you can also rock with here as well is that you can actually bring in a full Android team build, just because we have enough characters who are part of Joint Forces. So this will be another approach here. You can actually bring here as well these guys right here, because they are the leader for the androids, which I believe is 150 across the board. And by doing so, you can bring here the LR Cell. You can also bring here as well, whatchamacallit. You can also bring here, where are they? They should be, there you go, Android 17 and 18. Then you can also bring here Dr. Zero, just like this. And then you also bring here the free-to-play androids as well, because they're really good. And then one more character that we're missing is we'll bring here Android 8 and 16 free-to-play. They're actually pretty broken. And of course, you want to go ahead and bring another friend here if you can actually find one of the trio 17, 16, and 18, right? So again, your main rotation is be something like this. And then of course, your second rotation will be something like this here, right? So of course, you want to put Dr. Zero and 18 and 19, in the front, because again, they do heal up, but they're also providing here support the entire rotation. And then that's pretty much all she wrote. Or what you could do is that you can actually even make Cell a floater, and then just make him as your backup heal up, right? Because again, he's just really here for the healing, but it's also a good AoE as well. So that's gonna be a pretty good option if you want to for Joint Forces. Now, another character team build you can actually rock here as well is that you can rock here a full Reps of Universe 7 team if you wanted to. You can bring here the LR Goku and Frieza. You have your Team Universe 7. You have your Goku and Vegeta as well. You even have your, of course, here. Where are they? They should be right about here, actually. There we go. You have Tien and Master Roshi as well. Is actually really good. You can also bring here Gohan and Piccolo as well. They're also parts of Wrestling Year 7. And of course, you bring here. Am I missing them? I feel like I'm going blind here. I feel like I'm missing one more character, which should be right about here. Am I going blind here? I'm going blind. Where are you? We're missing one more character, which I can't find right now. But, oh, actually, you know what? Let's just bring these guys right here. Why not? Just why not? We can actually bring these guys right here. And then there we go. We have here a full reps of Universe 7 team. That's joined forces, just like this as well. And then pretty much that's gonna be your, your team build if you want to go here 177 across the board, right? So, pretty strong team build as well. Or you can actually mix it up, and you can actually bring here 17 as your leader instead, and then you can bring here something like this here, right? So you do have some options as well. Where's this boy? There we go. So there we go. That's another Reps of Universe 7 team as well. Again, join forces. There's just so many team builds. I guess we'll go with one more team build, and I guess that's gonna be here free to play. So if you want to go free to play, shout out to the homeboy Jay Fanta. He actually made his team build here. His team build consisted, of course, of the Majin Buu, if I can find him. Majin Buu should be right about here. And of course, you bring these guys right here as well, because they're also part of the Majin Buu saga. You also want to bring here the LR Bobby and the Bora, because they're also part of it. You can also bring here, if I can find them, it should be right about here. There we go. Yeah, you can bring these characters right here as well. And we are missing someone else. Who are we missing here? Let me actually just put Majin Buu Saga, just like this here. There we go. And who? Oh, there we go. Join forces, you get it in. And then one more character as part of join forces. And I believe it'll be this character right here. And then you can bring the friendly, of course, which would be the Goku and Vegeta, the LR. So that's going to be it for the team builds. Let me know what you guys think about it. You guys think it's going to be pretty simple. Let me know your team builds. Again, for my recommendation, if you are going to go ahead and actually... well, actually, let's do one more team build here. Now that we're on the Majin Buu category. You can actually go ahead just like a full LR Majin Buu category, just like this here, right? So, you should be part of Joint Forces. You're also part of Joint Forces. And then, who's part of the Battle of Wits here? Battle of Wits. Let's actually go here to Battle of Wits. Do we have anyone that's joined forces in Battle of Wits? Let's see here. Battle of Wits gonna be right about here. And then we have, let's see here. I guess you could bring here. Really, no one here in Battle of Wits, huh? I mean, I guess you could bring these guys right here, but I mean, I'm not the biggest fan. But anyways, let's just call it a video here for today. So I get my team recommendation here. Since we are kind of like really on time right now, I'm probably gonna go ahead and bring here the double Goku and Vegeta. That's for my team build here. So let's actually go here to join forces. Should be right about join forces. Where you at? There you go. So for join forces, my team recommendation, if you want to try and do a no item run, I would probably go here with my god, there they are, the blue boys, just like this for the leader skill. And then we're gonna bring here Hit and Goku. You also want to bring here the Android 17 and 18, just like this. And then you want to go ahead and bring here where's Gotenks? Gotenks should be right about here. There we go. And of course you want to bring here the androids. I actually already bought the androids here. What's my team build? Did I forget my team build? I think I already did forget my team build here. What the heck was my team build? 2 seconds here. Now I gotta go on my Dokkan account, because I actually don't remember my team build. Oh yes, it should be something like this here. There we go. And again, if you don't want to bring Gotenks, you can also bring here the androids as well. But you are gonna be praying for some RNG to get that, beautiful rotation, right? So, and of course we bring here the blue boys just like this here. All right, so that's gonna be a video for today. Let me know what you guys think again. Let me know your team builds, and of course, if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit the like button, sub for more videos come down below, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.